The state, a foundation of political organization. The state is a fundamental concept in political science. It's the bedrock upon which we build our understanding of power, governance, and international relations. But what exactly is the state? It's crucial to understand that the state is not merely a synonym for nation or country. While these terms are often used interchangeably in casual conversation, they have distinct meanings in political science. Grasping the nuances of the state is essential for comprehending the complexities of our modern political landscape. To truly understand the state, we must examine its key elements. These elements are the building blocks that define its existence and function. There are four defining elements: sovereignty, population, territory, and government. Each of these elements plays a crucial role in shaping the state's identity and its interactions with the world. Without all four, an entity cannot be considered a state in the political science sense. Let's delve into each of these elements in detail. Sovereignty is perhaps the most critical element of the state. It refers to the supreme authority of a state within its defined territory. This means the state has the ultimate power to make and enforce laws within its borders. Sovereignty also implies independence from external authority. No other state or international organization can dictate the internal policies of a sovereign state. This independence allows the state to act in its own best interests, at least in theory. The powers associated with sovereignty are extensive. They include the right to declare war, collect taxes, and regulate internal affairs. These powers are essential for the state to maintain order and provide services to its population. For example, consider the United States passing the Affordable Care Act. This was an exercise of its sovereign power to legislate on matters of healthcare within its borders. No external entity could prevent the U.S. government from enacting this law. However, it's important to recognize that sovereignty is not absolute. It is limited by international law and treaties. States voluntarily agree to abide by certain international norms and obligations, which can constrain their actions. The population is another essential element of the state. It refers to the people residing within the state's territory. This includes citizens, permanent residents, and even temporary visitors. The population is subject to the state's laws. They are expected to abide by the rules and regulations established by the government. In return, the population is the recipient of the state's services. These services can include education, healthcare, infrastructure, and security. The state is responsible for providing these services to its population. The size and composition of the population can significantly impact the state's political landscape. For example, consider the difference between India and Iceland. India has a large and diverse population, which presents both opportunities and challenges for governance. Iceland, on the other hand, has a smaller, more homogeneous population, which allows for a different approach to policymaking. Territory refers to the geographical area over which the state exercises authority. This includes land, water, and airspace. The state has exclusive control over its territory. Borders define the physical boundaries of the state. These borders delineate the state's jurisdiction and distinguish it from other states. Control over territory is essential for the state to function effectively. The territory provides space for the population to live and work. It also provides access to resources and infrastructure. Without a defined territory, the state cannot effectively govern its population or provide services. Territorial disputes are a common source of conflict between states. For example, consider the ongoing territorial disputes between Israel and Palestine. These disputes highlight the importance of territory to statehood and national identity. The government is the institution or set of institutions that exercises political power within the state. It is responsible for making and enforcing laws. The government also administers public services. Furthermore, the government represents the state in interactions with other states. It negotiates treaties, engages in diplomacy, and participates in international organizations. Governments can take many different forms. These forms include democracies, monarchies, and dictatorships. In a democracy, the government is elected by the people. In a monarchy, the head of state is a hereditary ruler. In a dictatorship, the government is controlled by a single person or a small group of people. For example, the United Kingdom has a parliamentary system of government. The Prime Minister is the head of government and is accountable to Parliament. North Korea, on the other hand, has an authoritarian regime under the Kim dynasty. Power is concentrated in the hands of the ruling family. The state is a complex and multifaceted entity. It is not simply a geographical area or a collection of people. It is a sophisticated system of governance and social organization. Sovereignty, population, territory, and government are the defining elements of the state. These elements work together to create a framework for political organization. This framework shapes how societies are governed. It also shapes how societies interact with the world. Understanding these components is fundamental to grasping power dynamics. It is also fundamental to understanding the modern political landscape. The state is the primary actor in international relations. It is the entity that makes treaties, declares war, and engages in diplomacy. Understanding the state is essential for understanding global politics. The state also plays a crucial role in domestic affairs. It provides services, regulates the economy, and protects its citizens. Understanding the state is essential for understanding how societies function. In conclusion, the state is a complex and essential concept in political science. By understanding its key elements, we can gain a deeper appreciation for the workings of power, governance, and international relations. The state is the foundation upon which our modern political world is built.